I am here today to share with you a strange yet gripping story that has been making headlines recently. A story that starts in the bustling streets of Dallas and takes a sharp turn into the misty hills of Scotland. It's a tale of mystery, intrigue, and choices that defy logic. Our story revolves around a young woman named Kaura Taylor. May 2025, Kaura, a 21-year-old with dreams as big as the Texas sky, works as a waitress in Dallas. Her life, though simple, is filled with the warmth of family and the promise of a bright future. Then suddenly, one ordinary day, she vanishes without a trace. No phone call, no note, just an empty chair where she once sat. Her family, frantic with worry, launches a desperate search, their worst fears beginning to materialize. They put up posters, reach out to anyone who might have seen her, hoping for a glimmer of hope. But as days turn into weeks, the case grows colder and their spirits sink lower. Just when all hope seems to be lost, a breakthrough comes. Kaura is found, but not in the loving embrace of her family or the safety of her home. She's located in a remote wooded area near Jedburgh in Scotland, thousands of miles away from Dallas. And she's living with a peculiar group calling themselves the Kingdom of Kabbalah. Now, you might be wondering, who are these people and how did Kaura end up with them? Well, let me tell you, this is where the story takes a turn into the bizarre. The Kingdom of Kabbalah, sounds like a place straight out of a fantasy novel, doesn't it? But believe me, this is as real as it gets. This enigmatic group believes they are the rightful heirs to an ancient Scottish kingdom and have set up their base in the middle of the Scottish wilderness. They live in tents, surviving off the land and shunning modern conveniences. You know, the whole back to nature thing taken to the extreme. What's more, they're led by a charismatic couple, Kofi Offa and Jean Gasho, who call themselves King Aith and Queen Nondi, respectively. And get this, they claim that their followers are part of a spiritual hierarchy destined to live according to ancient African and Native American traditions. Talk about a spiritual melting pot. But it doesn't stop there. These people, yes, they're real, believe that the world is on the brink of an apocalypse. And guess what? They think they're gonna survive it. According to them, only members of the Kingdom of Kabbalah will be spared when the world ends, and they will emerge to build a new society based on their beliefs. So basically, they're preparing for the end of times. So imagine finding yourself in Kaura's shoes. You're a young woman who's just stumbled upon this group, and believe me, you won't want to leave, especially considering that she's now going by a new name, Asnat, which means mysterious woman in Gaelic. Fitting, isn't it? The deeper she delves into this community, the more she sheds her old life. She drops her phone, severing ties with her past. She even changes her appearance, cutting her hair in a style favored by Queen Nondi. She embraces the rituals and beliefs of the group, becoming a part of their daily life. Now, from the outside looking in, it might seem like a crazy, even unsettling, cult-like existence. But remember, we're re-seeing this through the lens of the media and the initial reactions of Kaura's worried family. What if there's more to the story than meets the eye? What if there's something about this community, about this way of life, that's drawing Kaura in like a moth to a flame? That's what I want you to think about. Hold on, because the plot thickens. The family, particularly her mother, Melba Whitehead, is beside herself with worry. In fact, she goes on record saying she has been brainwashed. Day after day, the family's distress grows. They yearn for their daughter's return, sending out pleas that echo through the media, hoping to reach her, hoping she hear their desperate calls. But strangely, Koroho, or should I say Asnat, does not respond. She remains steadfast in her decision to stay with the Kingdom of Cuba. Now, imagine being in this family's shoes. Your child has been missing, and then you finally get news that she's been found. But instead of the joy of reunion, you're faced with the agonizing realization that she's with a group you don't understand, a group she's willingly joined. Can you fathom the emotional turmoil, the helplessness? It's a nightmare scenario, isn't it? And the situation doesn't end there. Kaura even faces criticism from her own family. When asked why she stays with Kabbalah, she replies, "Because I am happy here, living with the values of the Kabbalah lifestyle. I have found my purpose. I have found my truth." Imagine that. Your daughter, who you thought you knew so well, suddenly speaks of finding her purpose and truth in a place that seems so alien to everything you know. It must be a devastating blow to any parent. But hold on, because the story takes another unexpected turn. You see, the Kingdom of Cuba isn't just an isolated group living in the woods. Oh no, they've got their tentacles in various aspects of life. For instance, they run a website where they promote their message and try to recruit new followers. They even organize events in nearby cities, attracting curious individuals who want to experience the spiritual enlightenment they promise. And guess what? They've got quite a social media presence too. On their platforms, they share videos of their daily life, trying to attract more people to their cause. One particular video has caught everyone's attention. In it, a member announces the birth of a baby within the group, emphasizing the continuation of their bloodline. Now, imagine the shockwaves this sends through Kaura's family. Here they are worrying about their daughter's well-being, unsure of what practices this group is involved in, and suddenly they hear about a newborn. It must feel like a punch to the gut, a mixture of elation at the thought of a new life and deep concern about how this child came into the world. But amidst all of this, a question arises. Why Kaura? Why does she choose to stay with this mysterious community? Did she find something profound that she couldn't let go of? Or has she been ensnared by a web of manipulation and control? I want you to ponder this. Remember, we're all products of our environment, shaped by our experiences and the communities we surround ourselves with. Could it be that Kaura, in her journey of self-discovery, stumbled upon something genuine in this unlikely place? Or is she merely a pawn in a game she doesn't fully understand? And let's not forget the elephant in the room. Is this a case of brainwashing or free will? You see, the term brainwashing carries a lot of weight. It conjures up images of sinister organizations bending people to their will against their consent. But what if Kaura's decision to stay is genuine? What if she's found solace in a community that accepts her for who she is? I know it sounds counterintuitive, but bear with me. We often judge situations we don't understand, labeling them as brainwashing when there could be a different explanation. Think about it. If Kaura were in a toxic relationship, would we call it brainwashing, or would we acknowledge the complexities of human emotions and relationships? The same could apply here. Of course, this doesn't rule out the possibility of manipulation or coercion. After all, we're dealing with an enigmatic group with unconventional beliefs. But shouldn't we keep an open mind until we have all the facts? As we wrap up this intriguing tale, I want you to consider this. If you were in Kaura's position, would you make the same choices she did? Or would you resist the pull of the unknown, choosing the familiarity of your old life? Remember, there are no right or wrong answers here. This is about understanding the complexities of human behavior and the forces that shape our decisions. Kaura Taylor's story isn't just a missing person turned up. It's a profound look into the depths of human emotion, belief, and choice. It's a reminder that we all grapple with questions of identity, belonging, and purpose. Whether we find those answers in a bustling city or a secluded Scottish wood is another story. But the most important thing to remember is that the story is hers to tell. What do you think of Kaura's story? Do you think she's brainwashed or free to make her own choices? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this story compelling, please subscribe to our channel. We've got plenty more untold mysteries waiting to be explored. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the perplexing case of Kaura Taylor. Until next time, stay curious and keep asking questions. And remember, sometimes the truth is stranger than fiction.